Welcome to Headline to Heartline. A single door decides who gets in. A single tier decides who gets heard. Open Google today and you'll see a festive logo. It's their birthday and it's worth a smile. A clever name born from the math word Google became the place we all go to check the things that matter. A prescription spelling, a school closure, a flight change, the rumor in the family chat. Even with new AI tools everywhere, we still verify for ourselves, and Google remains a great first step. So happy birthday, Google, and thank you for the habit of looking things up before we act. Now, the news behind the confetti, a change that could affect how many households reach Spanish-language news. TelevisaUnivision, the world's largest Spanish-language media company, says Google's live TV service, YouTube TV, plans to move Univision out of the main bundle and into a Spanish add-on that costs extra each month starting September 30th. They call that extra cost an 18% premium, a Hispanic tax. Google's position is different. It says channel placement and price should reflect performance and costs, and that it negotiates to keep the base package fair for the broadest group of subscribers. If the names feel new, here's the quick translation. TelevisaUnivision owns Univision, the main Spanish-language television network in the United States. Think national nightly news, local reporters in many cities, live sports, and the shows that have been part of Latino households for decades. For Spanish-dominant and bilingual families, Univision isn't a specialty channel. It's home base. What does this mean in real life? When a channel lives in the base plan, it sits where most people already are. You say, turn it on, and the news is there. When a channel moves behind an add-on, families have to pay more, find the right setting, and learn a new menu. Some will follow. Some won't, because budgets are careful and time is short. During a storm on election night, or when something serious breaks in the neighborhood. Those extra steps can be the difference between seeing information now or hearing it later from someone else. If this kind of clear human explanation helps you, please like and subscribe, so the next story finds you right on time. There is also a wider point about big companies and resilience. Even a giant like Google faces hard public negotiations. That isn't a flaw. It's the reality of serving millions of different households. Resilience shows up in how a company handles those moments, balancing price discipline with access, listening to the communities that rely on the service, and making choices that make sense in a living room as well as on a spreadsheet. You can hear Google's concern about keeping the base price stable for everyone. You can hear TelevisaUnivision's concern about moving a trusted Spanish-language news source behind a new toll. Both perspectives are about responsibility, seen from different angles. For viewers, the social impact sits in the middle. When Spanish-language news stays in the main bundle, more households hear critical information in the words that land fastest for them. When it moves to a paid add-on, some households drift a little farther from the center of the conversation. No one needs a villain for this to matter. What we need is a solution that protects price and preserves reach, because the purpose of a platform is connection, and the purpose of reach is dignity. So let's celebrate both truths today. Celebrate Google's birthday and the way search still helps us check what AI drafts, translate the line we half remember, and settle the question without making anyone feel small. And keep an eye on this negotiation, because decisions about where channels live tell families who belongs in the front row. A single door decides who gets in. A single tier decides who gets heard. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you next time.